Welcome to another episode of Injury Connect. This is Alexander Paul Burton at Fortis Medical Legal Consultants. Our question for today is, can Uber Eats drivers claim compensation for dog or animal bites? Now, the season is changing, the weather is improving, briefly, and more dogs are around. More dogs and animals on the streets. A lot of dogs that have been kept inside through winter, that haven't been able to get outside, who aren't as sociable. So the real question is, what can Uber Eats drivers do? Winter brings additional challenges for Uber Eats drivers, from icy roads to freezing temperatures. However, one lesser known risk is increased likelihood of dog or animal bites. With snow-covered landscapes and holiday deliveries at their peak, encounters with aggressive pets may become more frequent. If you're a delivery driver for Uber Eats or for any other delivery program, it's essential to understand your rights and how to claim compensation for injuries caused by animal attacks during winter and spring. The first one, and this applies only to Uber Eats, is whether Uber Eats provides insurance for dog or animal bites. And it does. Uber Eats provides insurance coverage for its delivery drivers, which includes liability protection for injuries sustained while working. So you've delivered that piece of food or that item from Uber Eats, you open the door, or the customer opens the door, the dog rushes out, and suddenly you're confronted with an aggressive animal. Now, you are working, so you're covered. However, this might be more complex if you aren't working at the time. Say you're driving an Uber and you haven't got a customer, and you get bitten by a random dog on the street. Well, you're not technically working, but I would check that. And it's worth asking Uber to make sure that you can understand your rights. First of all, just before we go into it, why are dog bites more common in winter? And I touched upon this a little bit. First of all is cold weather agitation. Dogs may become more aggressive due to limited outdoor time. There's salt on the streets, there's large amounts of snow, and this increases during colder months. They don't see other dogs, they don't see people, they get very energetic, and there's a lot of pent-up energy. Increased deliveries. There are more deliveries during winter. People are not out and about eating food. They're at home, staying warm, ordering it. Limited visibility. Now, this is an interesting one because snow, fog, and early nightfall can make it harder for drivers to spot a loose or aggressive dog. That is especially important when it comes to houses, when you're delivering to a residential area. Dogs naturally have protective instincts and may be more territorial during winter when guarding homes from frequent visitors like delivery personnel. Obviously, again, they've got a lot more energy to take up and are a lot more bored. Here are some steps to take if you are bitten by a dog while delivering for Uber Eats. The first is to seek medical attention. An OHIP doctor is your friend, or emergency room or online virtual. There's a lot of really good online virtual services that if you don't have time, you can tell them that you had a dog bite and they'll tell you what to do, especially with regards to infections and cleaning the wound. Report the incident to Uber Eats. Now, even if you're not sure if you are covered, do this. Talk to Uber Eats. Push and push, because they have insurance. You work hard. You work really hard. Your money goes to Uber, so they should be supporting you. Document the incident. Write everything down. Keep a diary. Identify the pet owner. Make sure you know which delivery it was, who the person was, and as many details as you can. Your geolocation information is really valuable in this time. Of course, Uber tracks everything through its app, and it will have a record of where you were, where you are at the time. This is only if necessary, but contact local authorities. Aggressive dog incidents must be reported to animal control. If it's happened to you, then it's likely happened to other people. And it could happen to other services outside of Uber Eats like Canada Post or other delivery services like DHL, etc. Follow up. Follow up. We all know Uber Eats, very hard to get hold of. It's very difficult to get hold of a human being at Uber Eats, or one that can help you at least. So talk to them as much as you can and keep all the details that you can. Here's some ways to stay safe. If you haven't been bitten, or if you have and you want to stay cautious, a few tips. Be cautious at entryways. That even goes for condo buildings, where you don't know if a dog might be on a floor, on a corridor, etc., in an elevator. If you're not sure, take another elevator. Be careful. Don't rush into it. Using a barrier, use your delivery bag as a shield. So if you're delivering some pizzas, put your bag in front of the door and that stops any animal from coming out. Now, of course, the onus is really on the pet owner, but at the end of the day, you don't want to get bitten. So dress for protection. Now, it's cold anyway, so you might have thick gloves, long sleeves, but this kind of helps that. Not just the cold, also in case of any dogs. Luckily, most dogs in Canada are really polite and kind, like Canadians, but sometimes they bite, just like Canadians. Joke. Avoid direct eye contact. Staring at an aggressive dog may trigger an attack. So if you're in an elevator and you are scared, completely fine. A fear of dogs is completely normal, especially if you're not used to dogs or the dog friendliness of Canada and how some dogs look. Some dogs look aggressive. You know, it's good to be cautious. I own a corgi, but I'm still cautious of other dogs. So just keep away from them because dogs sense it, and they'll feel that kind of tension. So just keep away from them. Get a different elevator. Just avoid it when you can. This one's a bit random, but carry pet deterrents. Some drivers keep a whistle or a safe repellent spray in case of emergencies. I'm not saying that you should attack a dog to defend yourself, but if something is happening and you're not sure, keep, again, this is a complex one because I'm not telling you to do that, but I'm just saying if there are any deterrents that you need, if you're worried about that, then do that. It's up to you. You can do what you like. Final thoughts. Uber Eats drivers work tireless during winter. You guys are out there. I don't know how you do it, but it's -10 and you're still delivering. I don't know how, but thank you. If you do experience a dog or animal bite while delivering, remember that you may be eligible for compensation through Uber Eats, through their insurance policy. So you might not have to take people to small claims court. You might be able to do it through Uber Eats. By staying informed and taking these precautions, you can protect yourself and continue delivering safely. Now, the important thing here is that you're also looking out for other people in the community. So if you do see any aggressive dogs, go for it. If you check out our website, we have a guide, a lot more information about this. So check it out. Thanks for listening to Injury Connect. This was Alexander Paul Burton. Remember, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a legal firm, and I'm not in any way qualified to give advice, but I can signpost you in the right direction. So if this does happen, take everything I say with a pinch of salt. I hope it's useful, but make sure you talk to a lawyer. That's the best thing to do. Find a lawyer, talk to them, get some free advice. Thank you.